everyone. This podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
You are now listening to Choose Your Own Misadventure on Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. Welcome, Wasteland Wanderers, to another Atomic Adventure Hour, starring Jane Addams as the daring duo of digits designed for destruction, Lefty and Righty, David Bell as the maniacal mischief maker made of man and machine, Vern and Ryan Lombardi, Katie Goldin as the big-time canine entwined within Artur's mind, Werner Herzog, and Katie Willert as the agile atomic anomaly with amazing abilities, Bambi, hosted by Cristian Ramirez.
Okay, now what would you guys like to do to move on from
I
this
say we just go
disaster?
I would like ice cream.
Oh, you would like ice cream. Okay.
Yes.
There's ice cream at the university. I mean, they have a cafeteria and stuff.
Oh my God,
Which
can
you
we
guys
get-
have
can we get
completely
a-
ignored.
I would like
Can we get a freshman to swipe us into the
some
dining hall?
crinkle cut
Yeah.
fries and tots.
All right, let's go to the university.
Let's go to the dining hall.
Dining
guys.
hall.
Okay, sure.
Let's lean into what we're doing right now.
All right. So I just want to see. Cool. College kids don't seem to care that you guys are there.
Well, they're really open-minded.
Yeah, they're really chill about your
This
little
weird
group.
ragtag group of
Yeah.
people.
So you get your ice cream. Is there anything else that you'd like to do in the dining hall? You want to
I
talk
wanna
to any of the students?
Yeah,
or-
do any of them look high?
Yeah, there's at least a couple.
Okay. I find one who looks especially high, and I'm going to gift him my lab coat and clipboard.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm going to tell him to live his dreams.
Okay.
Is there
Very sweet of you.
Is there any pasta dishes? Is there like a
He's happy with that.
Alfredo?
Yeah, is there an Alfredo?
Is there like an Alfredo?
Has it been sitting under a heat lamp for
Fettuccine
3 hours?
Alfredo.
Sure. Today is Italian day, so they've got some pizza. They've also got Alfredo, various pastas, one of those Italian salad bars.
Okay.
Just Italian dressing with regular salad.
I'm going to eat a shitload of Alfredo.
Okay.
Can I find
Fettuccine.
another high student? Mm-hmm. And I want to put my hands on the side of his head and give him a light show
Okay.
behind his eyes.
Okay.
Just because.
All right.
But would that...
He's receptive to it.
Cool. I mean, why not?
Thought it was really chill.
All right, I guess I will also find a high student.
Are you going to terrify this
I'm going to
kid?
make him think his hands are pasta strainers. And like, don't drop the pasta, bro.
Okay. 18. He does not believe this.
Don't drop the pasta.
This is like
Harshing my buzz, dude.
Can I convince some co-eds to give me belly rubs?
sure.
I think that's a nice thing to do for a bunch of
I
high
rolled
kids.
a 13.
Oh yeah, they are all however many you want
Yes.
to give you belly rubs. They're giving you belly rubs.
I believe the universe is contained within the dog belly.
All right. I want you all to roll for perception real quick. 18. Okay, cool.
So 21 total.
Oh, actually,
What do we
18,
add
then.
for perception? Oh, perception. 16.
All right.
21.
So you guys noticed some medical students sitting at a table together, just kind of studying, and you can see that right now they're studying things like bioscience and mutation is one of the things that they're really focused on. So I'm just going to put that out there.
Okay.
Get us back on track.
I'm going to zoom over. Did we say the hands could take pictures? They've
Yeah.
done that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of what they're studying. And then I'm going to introduce myself as Dr. Hands.
But you gave away your clipboard.
And your coat. That's true. All right. Let me see. You can roll to try and see what They don't believe that you're a doctor. They are fascinated by you, though.
Oh, okay.
Because your hands float with a jetpack.
Yeah, doctor is actually just my first name.
Okay, you have their attention at this point.
So you took the photos, though. Successfully took
Yes.
the photos? Oh, okay.
What are we trying to do?
Figure out what they're studying about, because they seem like they might be...
They're medical students.
Yeah, they're medical, but so that they're connected to the company.
Are they-
in one shape or form?
Mostly men or mostly women? Is there a majority gender?
It's pretty even split.
Damn.
You gonna try and fuck them?
Yes. I was going to try to look like a
I rolled
sexy
a
college
4,
student.
and just so you guys understand, Breezy has been with you this whole time.
Oh, God!
They notice that a giant chimpanzee is with you guys, so they start asking questions. They want to know what's like, why you guys have a giant chimpanzee with you, where she came from.
So she's from
Those
the
are
jungle. We're protecting her from this guy.
Okay.
Can I roll for influence?
Yeah.
I rolled a 15. I got a 20.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you going to tell them about Breezy?
Yeah, so this is her name is Janet. This is Janet. She is a masseuse. Yeah, so she's got those she's Janet and she's a masseuse
Okay.
and she's very good
she's
at the
Janet, your
massages.
chimp masseuse.
Yes. For
Okay.
me, I need my shoulders are very large. They
Okay.
require a lot of my neck has problems.
Okay. They rolled a 20. So, they believe you that she's there, like obviously she's there with you. But they they notice that she's smarter, like they notice that she's not just a typical chimp. Yeah, she's big, and they notice that she's kind of like they notice that she's different than any other chimps that they've seen. So, one of them we will call, let me see, what do I want to call this one? We'll call him, we'll just call him Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah. He says that he's studying, they're obviously studying mutation right now. And so they're fascinated by her, and they want to know, they don't want to like dissect her or anything. They just he just wants to interview her. He wants to like ask her some questions about where she's been, and he's very friendly to you guys. He wants to help you if he can, if you will let her talk to him.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
if he doesn't seem like he's nefarious, if he's just a genuinely curious student, and he
and
has
if
resources,
he's gonna answer our questions.
Yeah.
To then even trade.
Can I just roll for a hallucination real quick?
Sure.
Okay, so I got a 16. And I've got 5 influence, so
Okay.
I just hallucinate or create an illusion of a little name tag that appears on the chimp's chest. It says, "Hello, my name is Janet."
Okay.
Nice.
Zeus.
All right.
Just to lend credence to my story.
Well, if she's got a name tag.
Yeah.
And it's one of those nice ones too. Like it's like the
With
sort
the
of
magnetic
plastic.
back.
Yeah. The hard plastic that's sort of been laser cut to have that. So it's like
Right.
legitimate.
It's a good company. A good
Yeah.
masseuse.
Not one of those
massage
like
company.
paper things.
Yeah.
All right. So he interviews Breezy, and she talks to him about what's going on at Gambe Streams too, and he tells you guys that he'd be happy to try to give you guys some extra whatever like leftover supplies that they have that you would need, if you guys can bring them, if the chimps, and it doesn't necessarily need to be you guys, would be willing to trade in some of the more rare herbs and like fruits and stuff that are in that area, because they're trying to understand why
Herbs.
where they're from had different kinds of mutations than other places on the continent.
Yeah, that sounds like a super reasonable trade.
Yeah. Should we just send Breezy back to go grab it?
Yeah, she has
They come to us.
she has some of like the chimps, like their poultices and stuff like that. They're the medicine that they use for when they're sick or when so she gives that to him, and he shows you guys, she he takes you to like their storage room where they have a bunch of the extra supplies that you guys would need anyways.
Yeah.
And he tells you that he does know some of the engineering students that are interns with the Andela company.
Okay.
So
I'm going to ask him if he knows if there's any good parties, because I know a guy who likes to party.
okay. Let me see. 14. Yeah, he knows where there's going to be some parties.
You rolled to know if he knew if there were parties.
I was going to I'm rolling to see how cool he is.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so he says there's definitely a couple parties going on in the next couple days, and the med students like to get drunk and
Oh, yeah,
then-
med students can get fucked up.
They really let loose.
Yeah. So there are some parties going on
Cool.
in the next couple days.
So, did Jeff introduce us to?
Yeah, he said that he'll introduce you to them, and I just want you guys to figure out if there's any questions.
Yeah, well, I
about
just
that.
wanted. Yeah, does this company seem nefarious, or are they like are they greater good, or are they just like...
All that he knows about Andela is that they are one of the largest corporations,
Right, so
one of the
there you
largest
go.
tech corporations
Yeah.
of the whole region.
I feel like maybe Hans could tell this new friend that they're looking for an internship, and they're really curious about what they have the interns doing.
Okay.
And what sort of work all these interns are doing
Nice.
for the Andela
Nice.
Okay.
Corporation.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Werner Herzog is hastily creating a resume. What it is a leaf, and it has like some glitter glue on it, and then he's eaten it already.
Okay.
Although I gotta say, I really like where you're going with this, that we should all try to have interviews with this company. We should all do sit-down interviews and try to infiltrate.
Okay. So yeah, let's see. I want to see what the interns think. They're very open to introducing you to their boss.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So-
Get interviews.
I will say that Breezy is she's hanging out with the med students now because they have a lot of stuff to talk to her about.
She made new friends.
Yeah.
She's like, you guys are way less crazy.
And to be fair,
stress me
Dave
out a
did
lot
say
less.
that they tried to leave her, that you guys tried to
Yeah.
leave her behind.
It's true.
And we took
He
her
repeated
backpack.
that to her.
Well, okay. Because what I'm thinking is like, who's gonna look the most? Or maybe they are just chill with us being alternative students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who looks the most like a human that we can like deceive them? But
Werner-
it's
So
Really
far,
none of us.
so far they're pretty chill. with
Werner
all of it.
Herzog just throws up the leaf and is like, I think you'll see my credentials are in order.
All right. So they are going to introduce you to their boss. I'm just rolling right now to see how open to you guys he's going to be. 4. Well, that's his will. So he's pretty easily influenced.
Okay.
He's got a lot of interns right now that he's trying to manage. So he's already
We're fucking up real bad.
Right,
now.
exactly.
He's stressed.
So he's just kind of he's happy to see somebody he's happy to see people who aren't the interns that he's already fussing over all the time. So he's pretty open to you guys
that's
and
good.
whatever questions you guys have for him. So that's up to you guys to ask whatever you want to know.
So yeah, what sort of work does an intern do for you? What sort of capacity do they have in the company?
They have various types of interns. Some of them, obviously, some of them do accounting, but the largest amount of recruits that they get from the University of Nairobi is going to be the people that go into their research and development. A lot of people, they do a lot of coding. They do a lot of proprietary work to try and a lot of research is what the interns are doing. A lot of research and grunt work, like manual work.
Okay. Cool. I'm really interested in what kinds of research I might encounter as a possible intern in this corporation.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah. Most of what they're doing is they're researching robotics and artificial intelligence. they are trying to figure out, because the robots, some of the robots like Protectrons and Assaultrons and stuff like that, aren't great with their programming. They also have one that the United States had worked on called a RoboBrain, which has had a lot of problems because they were using brains of humans.
Oh, yeah.
So
problematic.
Yeah, so now what they are doing, Andela is removing that part of it and just trying to figure out exactly how to program something that would work like a human brain. And yeah, but they also work on a lot of military projects and stuff like that, combat robots, a lot of medical robots and stuff like that they
Have
work
you
on.
tried putting a human brain onto the body of Saint Bernard? Just throwing something against the wall to see if it sticks?
He says no, they've never tried anything like that, but that's very interesting to him that you are a dog with a human brain in a jar, and you seem to be...
It is like any working relationship where you have to give a little to give a little. Sometimes I have to lick a dog ass to get the dog to pursue more intellectual pursuits.
Okay, so far, he's, like I said, that's most of the information that he has for you, and he does mention the fact that they contract out certain employees to do various projects around the continent. Just working on, they do technical employees that work on the power grids and stuff like that, and they also do ones that do programming for private backers and private industries.
Any high profile projects that we might think are interesting?
Like I said, the highest profile thing that they're working on right now is the artificial intelligence, and that's where the bulk of their resources are going right now.
Anything like real sinister?
Yeah, you guys do some shady,
Some real cool sinister stuff?
No,
Like
I
real
didn't.
cool
I was joking.
sinister
Oh God.
11. He's a little standoffish about that kind of stuff. He likes the company that he works for, so he's like, well, we don't really do anything that's beyond the pale of what other companies are doing. Yeah, there's nothing particularly, obviously we don't do anything nefarious. All the stuff that we have is on the books. We are very by the book company is what he gives you company lines basically.
Oh shit. Oh no.
You can try whatever you want, Dave.
I want to use deception.
Okay.
And we're like,
his hands pasta strainers.
no. I'm like, I'll totally sell you some weed if you tell me anything shady about your company.
Oh, we're about to
Give you some of that sweet
office, aren't
weed.
we?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for it.
Oh, are we talking to the boss?
You're talking to the intern
Dave.
boss. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I'm glad we
talking
got that information before you made the roll.
Okay, never mind.
Jesus.
Never mind. I'm not gonna try to sell the boss some weed. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I roll for hallucination?
Yeah. Sure.
So I rolled a 17.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
It's gonna work.
So it's gonna be a little angel on his shoulder, the angel and a little devil on his shoulder. So the classic trope of a little angel and a little devil on each one of his shoulders.
Okay.
Now the important thing to note about these angels is they're both Saint Bernards. And one of the angels, they also speak in Werner Herzog's voice, but I mean, it doesn't have the brain. It has, devil horns or little halos, so,
Right,
but,
of course.
But Saint Bernards. And the angel is going. You must tell them about all of the terrible things your company does. It is only right. And then the devil is going. Yes, I agree. I am Werner Herzog. I have a very strong sense of morals. I am a pure of heart. Even my devils believe in doing the morality. The only difference between us is that me, the devil, I enjoy vaping. I like to vape. Vaping is my favorite.
I like to vape indoors.
I like to vape and I like to do cool vape tricks, and the angel keeps telling me, stop doing your annoying vape tricks. Nobody is as into it as you are. But I keep doing them and I think I look really, really cool.
Okay, so his willpower is broken by these sweet Saint Bernards.
Yes.
that are...
Tails.
We're
just
back on
wiggity
track,
wagging,
guys.
Just wagging their little tails off on each shoulder, just like panting.
He tells you that they do happen to be working. They've contracted out people that are working for a couple of sundry and less than legal parties.
Oh, really?
So he tells you about Doc. He tells you about Garby. And he also tells you that they've contracted a bunch of employees to several different parties that work around Djibouti, that work for the various, because like I said, there were various military bases there before the conflict. So he tells you that there are still 3 different vaults that are there, and they house United States military. They house the Chinese, Russian allied military, and they also house the European Union that were participating in the war, and that they are currently contracting out people that are doing programming and various engineering jobs for them.
Okay.
So they're selling to all 3 sides of that conflict. He doesn't know exactly what they're doing because he's head of the interns,
Right,
and
he's
he's
very low on the totem pole.
right. He's head of the interns, but he knows staffing stuff.
Yeah.
So that
More admin capacity.
yeah. So that's all the stuff that he lets you know about what's going on with what their shadier business practices are.
So should we go to the bases? Is that a thing? Because they don't really have technology there, do they? Or
well, I mean, now that you know, I'll say that he's a 2 right now. His willpower is completely broken. So I'm going to say that he tells you guys about he doesn't tell you. He lets you guys see some manifests and stuff like that of some
I
of
take
the
pictures.
yes.
And so you guys now know where the people are going exactly when they're contracted out, and some of the supplies and stuff that they're taking.
So
a lot of them are military circuit boards and stuff like that, and
So I'll tell you later. Actually, wait, hold on. What's 22 divided by 5?
I passed her a note.
450.
points.
Everybody owes me 450.
We're calculating the pizza.
Sorry. That was supposed
Sorry,
to be
podcast.
Slick. She drew a photo.
I drew a shrugging Garfield.
How much Venmo for pizza and then a shrugging Garfield.
so yeah, you guys have the the addresses and stuff like that of where these people are being dispatched to, and the billing addresses.
Oh, so we got let's find Doc in the manifest, right?
Yeah, you guys, you got the information that you came for.
I love how we did everything to not, and you were like, hey, look at this group of medical students with mutation techs. Why don't you fucking go and talk to them, guys? Instead of just fucking with people's heads on 420 who are already stumped. Cool, well,
I wanted to steer you in a direction where you're going to accomplish
you're
something
a good
today.
DM. And we're
you.
really all in an interesting place today, apparently. So then we just head back, right? Because we got the info we needed.
Yeah, you guys can head back now. You have all the information.
Oh, we gotta.
Can I just leave him with a parting gift, though?
Sure.
You're gonna shit on his floor?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a bad boy. I'm a good boy. I rolled an 8 plus my
11.
Okay, cool. So it's just you've done the good thing. It's these are the Saint Bernards on his shoulders. The devil and so the angel's going you should feel proud of yourself. Now go and see your family, spend some time with them. I know work-life balance is hard, but you spend time with your children, watch them grow up. It is the most treasured thing in your life. And then the devil one is going, vape, you must vape. Your kids
Stop
will think
drooling.
your kids will think you are so cool if you vape. So vape more.
Get one that
Vape
smells like
often.
watermelon.
Watermelon vapes is very entirely lit.
So he tells you guys that he thinks he's going to go home and see his kids. And then as he's
a
walking
great
out the
idea,
door,
sir.
he pulls out his vape pen.
Nice.
We got a guy to vape.
That was very effective. All that.
That was good. All right.
Werner Herzog is a smooth operator.
Yep.
It's true. All right. So when you guys get back to the camp, let me see. All right. Yeah. They tell you that they found several other locations where they could set up a temporary base or maybe even a more permanent one. And they are currently in the process. They've got Chops is there, kind of guarding what the people that are still there. He's got a team of other chimps that are their warrior chimps. And so they tell you that they're in the process of moving to a safer location, but they do still, if you guys would go to the graveyard, there's a lot of other things that they could use from there just to shore up their defenses.
Dig up bodies?
No.
Yes.
There's a lot of
Machinery and
there's a lot of old robots that are broken and
Would
stuff
there
like that.
be bones?
It's basically an old battlefield.
There'll be bones there.
I mean, there will be bones
I
there.
like bones.
We gotta go. All right.
I want a big femur.
And this time, instead of Breezy, Chops is going to go with you.
Okay, cool.
Because he's more of a fighter. So
Also, I feel like Breezy is probably done with us.
Is
Yeah,
Breezy
Breezy's
there?
just
she,
like.
she came back with you guys,
Wouldn't
but
it be
she's
funny
like,
if she decided to like stay at the university? She's like, I don't know. I feel like everybody gets me more. And then she has that like tearful phone call to Chops, being like, I know we said we'd stay together, but like being in college is just so different. And I don't think that I think we're moving in different directions.
People value me and my experiences
Yeah,
here.
I don't need to be rescued. I'm studying psychology now. No offense to any psych majors. I was a theater major. Who the fuck am I to talk?
No, it's entirely accurate.
but yeah, Breezy was not happy to be like just being forced to hang out with you guys on the trip back.
Yeah, Chops is more like, yeah.
Yeah,
hard time.
Chops is definitely more because
Down
you
the
helped
clown?
him. Yeah, he helped him. You helped him rescue his beloved, and that's Quilzy is the one that was not Breezy.
Oh shit! Sorry, I got confused.
All right.
What happened to Quilt? Wait, has she just been chilling?
Yeah, she's one of the
Wait,
sciencey
which one is
chimps.
Breezy?
Breezy's the sneaky chimp.
Oh,
She's the
right.
spy.
Well, she just she.
Well, friendship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're leaving her behind.
Breezy's gonna help out with moving all this stuff
All right.
to a different
I'm
location.
gonna say, Breezy, you're too weak to be with us. So
And then she just gives you the
have a good
finger.
one.
Yeah, she just flips you off. She mouths "fuck you" at you. She doesn't actually say it.
Breezy the thumbs up.
Dick.
And she gives you a thumbs up.
Cool.
Because technically you haven't done anything to offend her.
What about me?
She's chill with you still.
Boy.
Yeah.
I'm a good boy.
Yeah, you the best boy. You are so boy. You run on a bug and a give it a bullet
Yes,
roll.
I don't know who this is the good boy. What are you talking? Oh, is it me? Am I the good boy? Oh my god.
But before you leave, Breezy does inform you that there's in the information that you got from Andela Corporation, that it seems like there's a very regular meetup that's going on to where you guys are going, where it's a supply exchange. So, and you guys happen to be heading out at the time when they usually do it in the month.
Do we still have all of our supplies from that room that we went to with the guy,
Uh,
the med student?
Yeah.
Is that usable? Can we trade that shit?
They're going to use it. The chimps are going to use
okay.
it for. But you could, if you need something, they have a lot of different supplies. And abs, obviously, they're connected to
Can I
the
get
Rangers.
some Dora the Explorer band-aids?
Yes, they will give you
Thank
Dora the
you.
Explorer band-aids. They don't have them,
When
but they're going to draw Dora on the band-aids
When
for
I
you.
get to
Nice.
poo,
They
I
love
like
you so
to
much 'cause
see
you're such a
Dora
good
the
boy.
Explorer's smiling face.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me feel better.
But yeah, so just so you know that you guys are going to be heading there at the same time that the convoy or that the supply exchange usually happens. This region in Djibouti is
It's a reflex. I can't help it. I'm so sorry.
the high-speed rail doesn't make it all the way there because it was just a battlefield, and right now it's a wasteland pretty much.
Oh, I thought you were just like, it went off the rails and just plummeted into it.
No, but it doesn't go there because of the fact that it was a war zone for a long time.
Yeah.
And so, yes.
No, I was just breathing. Sorry. I ate too many almonds and now I have
You got
do you ever eat anything
you
where
got
like
the almond heavies.
where like it hurts
Yeah.
in your chest?
Yeah. That's
It
I've
also
gotten that
happens when
before.
I eat chicharrones for some reason.
Yeah.
Pork
that's
rinds.
heartburn.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what.
yeah.
Maybe I'm 30 and I need to start having Tums on me at all
I've been
times.
having heartburn since I was 23, so it's cool.
Okay.
I've got the
No need
body
to
of an
brag.
80-year-old.
Humble brag.
I'm not 23 now. I have even worse heartburn.
Okay. So let me see. Let me just roll this before you guys start. Woo. Okay. So where you guys are, you make it to the edge of the graveyard, and there are just massive amounts of ghouls there right now. They, so far as you can tell, it looks kind of like an entire troop or herd of them moved in. Go ahead and roll for perception just to see.
If some of them are wearing hats.
I got a 20.
So the three of you, and I'm sure they'll tell you, but
Oh, I hope so.
notice that they're kind of in little groups of about 10. Most of them are just regular feral ghouls. They're not particularly special.
What do ghouls look like again?
They're zombies.
Yeah, basically they're radiation zombies.
Okay.
So, and there's a couple of them that are that you know from from having grown up in the wasteland, that a few of them are what are called reavers. Like they're extra. They're not as decayed as the other ones. They're a little tougher, and those are the ones that tend to have been either soldiers or something like that because they have some armor on. There's also a couple of them that are called glowing ones, which they're extra irradiated and still irradiate.
My people.
Yeah. They're like you, but they're monsters. They're mindless monsters.
Cool.
And right now you guys are far enough away that they haven't noticed you or anything. They're just all kind of... some of them are laying on the ground, just kind of chilling, and some of them are just kind of shambling along, just aimlessly, as far as you can tell right now.
So while we're on the periphery, can I roll to look and see if I can find what specific pieces?
Yeah, the kind of parts that you're looking for.
locate
Yeah,
them
yeah.
in the crowd
You guys
before
can
they-
roll perception for that specific thing too.
11.
7.
7, 11. KG and Dave, do you want to roll?
What are we rolling for?
To look for the
parts
parts
we need.
that you're looking for.
Is it perception?
Yeah.
13.
I got 10.
Let me see what Chops Chops is not particularly. You see a couple piles of robots in kind of like on the edges of where this big herd of ghouls is.
Okay.
You can't tell if the piles contain exactly what you need, but it looks like the kind of robots that you would expect to have the parts that you need.
Question. Can I use hallucination on the ghouls?
I mean, yeah, you can use hallucination on the ghouls, but there's a lot of them, so I don't know.
Well, I can only do it on one, right?
Right.
I mean, we could create a distraction with an ice cream truck song again.
Well, I was thinking we would... I mean, that's a good idea, too. I was going to target the strongest ghoul and hallucinate him to make him think another ghoul is like a delicious turkey sandwich.
Okay.
Before we do all this, can I give a pep talk? Because I've got Inspiring Champion as a feat to replace. I replaced my Wheelies ostrich.
Rest in peace.
With rip in peace. You were too sweet for this world, sweet baby. R.I.P. and peace, sweet baby. But the feat I got instead is Inspiring Champion, which is where I give all of you like a buff, I guess, by being inspiring and adorable.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Yeah, let's do it.
So
I'm like,
you
listen, this seems like a lot of ghouls, and maybe it seems like a bad situation, but you can also imagine them without their clothing, so it's just a bunch of naked ghouls
Nice.
with their dicks and their balls swinging around, and it's quite funny, and you see their butts, and it's very funny to see the decaying butts around, and I find it hilarious, and it sort of gets rid of those pre-battle butterflies.
Thanks.
Yay.
And to be fair, the ghouls mostly don't have genitals. Like, you can't tell, at least.
Well, you can
They've already
imagine.
They
fallen
fall
off.
off, at least.
Imagine the genitals is like a hot dog or maybe a corn cob just
Oh
dangling.
God. Fuck, man.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? What's your plan of attack for this? It seems like you want to distract them somehow.
Yes, I'm gonna find some ice cream truck music, and I'm gonna do the thing where I like fly through the crowd and try to get them to follow me.
Okay.
And then as soon as they're following me away, then maybe
Yeah.
you can just run in and grab.
That.
Yeah, let's see if I can find some royalty-free ice cream truck music.
You could...
Cool, I'm flying. I'm
All right, go
flying,
ahead.
and I'm projecting
And
lots of ice
roll
cream
to
trucks.
see how effective that is.
3D sound.
Dolby
Okay.
Digital.
Yes!
Natural 20, bitches.
Natural
Nice.
20. Okay. Literally the entire herd is...
Oh shit.
Some jazzy ice cream.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah.
The whole herd is following behind you now.
Great. I fly in the opposite direction of my peers.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna make myself into like a big...
Their movement speed is pretty good, though, so...
Okay, so I wait until they're kind of out of view. And I want to just make myself into a big... like a net
Okay.
to carry all the shit back
Oh,
down
okay.
with us. Although, wait, should I? No, I should find what pieces. we
Yeah,
need
you
first,
guys
right?
can search through. You guys are pretty like, you're not distracted anymore because the ghouls are
Right.
not there. So you have time to search, to rummage.
Can I start digging?
Yeah.
Yay.
I start digging down into the earth. It is like a return to the subterranean core of the earth, like returning to Mother Nature's bosoms.
All right, go ahead and roll to see how effective you guys are at searching. You can use either logic, perception.
Oh, so that's gonna be 14 for me.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are moving pretty well. Let me just see. Ooh, those ghouls are very distracted. They're all still following around hands. You guys are just taking your time looking through the piles. And just as you guys are packing it up and kind of getting out of range of where the ghouls might return to, you hear in the distance a couple different convoys heading towards this little region this little area that you guys are in.
Okay, so I'm right now a net holding all the pieces inside of me. Correct? And I'm
Yeah.
a particulate net.
Yeah. Chops also has, he brought a big backpack for you guys to put stuff in.
Can I?
But it's going to take him a little bit of time to disassemble stuff and get the specific parts.
Right. What do you want to do, Dave?
I was going to ride in the backpack, so I can wait to ask that.
Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, CORLEW, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at JustinTBrown. and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.